my mom was about to abort me, but God.
I'm a bad brain Bruce Wayne in the fast lane. Couple J's in the ashtray style, motherfucker. Tattoo back, man, see the rap name. Take a bath in the champagne. Wow, motherfucker. Straight from the block, dog, ducking shots. Walking to the store, dollar for a black a mile, motherfucker. Blew up as a rock star, so on top floor, throwing drinks on a cop car. Foul, motherfucker. The only number calling up my phone is from a dealer. Swear that dude will not leave me alone.
On the cut, telling y'all what's up. You lifted with the Husky Boy Barbenders, bending some bars. Y'all know what it is.
I used to be weak.
But God. Today, I think we was doing our 3 rep for 5 or 6?
6.
3 rep for assisted 6. That shit must have worked because I swear our bench got nasty as fuck out of nowhere.
I think I finally came up with a good Wednesday cycle.
Oh,
a good, because we've done two cycles in a row now where we've done consistent Wednesday workouts. Usually we switch it up every Wednesday. Or no, we usually switch it up every cycle and what we do every Wednesday. But
oh yeah, true.
It's been 2 times now where we've done the consistently same thing every Wednesday.
And both
or
cycles?
no, every cycle. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
right? Yeah. They don't. So I guess I gotta explain it. So the first Wednesday we do singles, the next Wednesday we do heavies, the next Wednesday we do overload.
Basically
trips.
CNS training, right?
Yeah. So I think I finally got that right. So the bench is finally coming together.
Really coming up on a Tuesday, right?
So that happens when you're not stupid.
Anyway, after insulting our subscribers.
Nah, I ain't call them stupid. if you took it as an insult, you're stupid.
But other than insulting y'all, what we wanted to do today was talk to y'all about something a lot of people don't realize the importance, of it.
And I think this is one of the most important things in powerlifting.
Is hip flexibility.
Why?
So let's look at me as an example. My deadlift. We were finding out now my hips are causing my lockout to be as weak as it is.
That's the Husky Boy hypothesis, the double H.
Because everything else in my deadlift is fine. So what we're assuming is that the only thing left that could be a problem is my hips, and my hips have always been very tight. They've never really been the most flexible of my joints. So what I'm doing now is I'm working on and basically what was happening was when I would sit into my deadlift, I'm just in a position where my hips can't open, which means I can't fire my glutes and things like that appropriately. All right, so that's deadlift. Not many people would think that hip flexibility, and they wouldn't think of that as being a hip mobility problem. Usually when people think of deadlift hip mobility problem, they think of somebody being too far bent over because they can't sit into a deadlift or anything. I could sit into it. I just couldn't get my hips in a proper position.
In the open position.
Now look at squat. Everybody's like, oh, well, you need.
Well, this is obvious, yeah.
Yeah, you need hip flexibility in squat, but a lot of people don't even realize how much they need, because people will go, they'll quote unquote fix their squat, they'll fix their hip flexibility, things like that, still be bent over. And they won't even realize it because they're like, oh, well, I'm more upright than I used to be. I don't need to work on my hips anymore. The thing about it is, you want to get your squat where you have an almost perfect upright position. Now, that's not always achievable, but that's the goal. So if you're bent over at all, you need to work on your hips. Make them better, because it's gonna make your squat better. That bent over factor can always lead to you doing something that you're not supposed to do. It can put you
in a position that's not as strong. Think about it. Here's one thing I learned earlier. Now, when you get down in a front squat, this is one thing me and Thomas.
Oh yeah,
Our fronts, because we don't have the craziest ankle flexibility, you have to compensate for your ankle flexibility by increasing your hip flexibility and vice versa. So because we can't get in a position to where in a front squat we can get all the way ATG and have our torsos completely upright, because our hips aren't flexible enough for us to sit in that position like that, we can't appropriately generate power in the bottom of a front squat.
And it also causes us to butt wink like a motherfucker.
Butt wink and be bowled the fuck over when we get up.
Exactly.
What is the solution? We shorten our range of motion in order to be able to generate that amount of power and stay upright. Because you have to shorten that range of motion, transfer that into a back squat where you're doing a wide stance, sumo, powerlifting style back squat low bar where you're already bowled the fuck over.
Preach.
And you have to use every bit of hip flexibility possible to contract your glutes and get into the hole. If you don't have good hip flexibility, you are never gonna hit depth.
Yeah, you are not gonna get in that motherfucker. Like, especially if you got a belt on. Because the belt's just gonna cut your depth. It's gonna cut your depth so much more than what you already had. So, you know, hip flexibility is a must. Like, you know, it's something you can't really avoid. Even it's just like, I guess this video should be more about just flexibility in general. Like, cause you can't have.
If you have a choice, if I said you can increase your if we're talking about powerlifting here, if I said you can increase your ankles, your shoulders, or your hips, because I think those are the three things people seem to have a problem with the most.
Shoulders.
Yeah, if on bench, if you're really tight on your shoulders, you'll be like this all the time. It shortens your arm length, makes it hard for you to lock out.
Really?
Mm-hmm. When you're really hunched like that, it takes your what is this? Your humerus? Your humerus bone. It shortens it. It shortens the tendon that connects to your humerus bone because you're really hunched. It makes it difficult for you to lock out. Turns your bench from a completed 3 white lights to 2 whites and a red, or 2 reds and a white.
Learn something new every day, guys.
Shoulder flexibility is important as well. But if I had a choice between anything, I would choose hip flexibility because hip flexibility also transcends on the bench.
Oh, it does?
Think about it. If you have shitty hips, everybody in the world who has shitty hips has a shitty arch.
Oh, true.
Look at Brandon Campbell.
True.
Why do you think he has so much trouble hitting depth?
True.
Why do you think
Because his knees do track pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think his deadlift positioning is the way it is? His hip flexibility is not like his fucking problem.
And then I think the other problem with it is that, you know, even if people recognize that they have bad hip flexibility, nobody wants to do hip exercises. That's probably one of the most painful things you can do to yourself.
And it's girly.
Yeah, because you gotta throw it back. Like
you gotta do the arch challenge.
Everything that you do is like sitting on or throwing it on the dick. Like there's no hip exercise where you're not doing some gay shit. But like the thing is, like with hip exercises, man, that's probably one of the most painful things because you have to take something, an already unbalanced, uncomfortable position, go and find the pain in that position and then go deeper than that because you want to gradually get more flexible. You can't get more flexible if you don't go past, you know, what the you already are.
And then sit in that bitch.
And for like a minute. Like this shit is so painful and not okay, but it's well worth it though because once you start seeing the results and things like that, it's gonna make you be glad you did it. It's just like me. I was glad I took that 2 months to work on my ankle flexibility. Now I'm taking a few months to work on my hip flexibility, and I'm gonna reap the rewards of it because I can only get better.
It's testimony to how important it is because if it were easy, it wouldn't be shit.
Exactly. And my squat has gotten a lot better and I'm glad it has, but I still got a long way to go. And then once it gets to a more perfect position, then I should be able to really start, seeing where
you see the gains.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you that right
I'll be in a good position to be able to, put out the most amount of force and shit that I gotta put out. But that's all we got for this video. Hope y'all like that motherfucker. Comment, like, and subscribe. Peace out, YouTube.
Fix your squat and throw it back.
My city, been turned up for the jump though. Bitch up from the land till I die. On the east side till I die.